Daniel here at the Fire in the Hell 03 channel, and I'm here with another rapid review, but we're changing things up a little bit. Today's format's a little different because we're doing Deadpool. So I'm here with Mike Chavo. He is the owner of Hamster Pellet Productions. So, Mike, what did you think about Deadpool?
Enjoyed every minute of it. Don't have anything really negative to say about the movie. The only thing I would have liked to have seen in it is just when a little more interior monologue with him and the voices in his head.
You know what? I'm going to say this now for people. This is going to probably be a spoiler episode, but you know what? The movie's been out in theaters, and if you haven't seen it...
Shame on you.
Exactly. So, spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. I have absolutely nothing negative to say about Deadpool. I love the movie. I felt it was probably the truest comic book movie that they've done so far, and Ryan Reynolds really was born to play Deadpool.
Yeah, the guy, even before they started talking about Deadpool, when I saw him in Van Wilder, I'm looking at him, I'm like, Deadpool. Knew it from there. He had the sarcasm, he can handle the seriousness, he can handle the action. He's Deadpool.
Yeah, and the comedy he's had down since Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place.
Easily.
So, Ryan Reynolds, I'm not going to sit there and blow smoke up his ass, but this is a guy who, he found the part that he was born to play, and...
Which is rare.
And he has completely redeemed himself after that god-awful Green Lantern movie. We try not to talk about Green Lantern. It doesn't exist.
In Reynolds' defense, the script they sold him on was not the script they shot.
Unfortunately, that's the problem with most of these comic book movies, because that's another reason why Fox had Fantastic Four was such a failure. Thank you for ruining Fan Four Stick, because now we know your budget goes over to Deadpool's sequel, which I have to say was a great teaser at the end of the movie, just as a nice homage to Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but to then go and have him mention Cable for the next movie.
Now, for the next movie, I'm hearing rumors going around. Stephen Lang from Avatar wants to Cable. I've heard Kevin Nash wants to be Cable. And I've heard Ron Perlman's name being tossed around. Perlman, not so much. But if you look at Nash and if you look at Lang, you put a yellow eye on him and a robotic arm and the dude is Cable. I do not envy the casting director's job for casting Cable. That would be a tough call. I would like to see both of them as Cable, but
Well, they've done such a great job, especially with this one, because Colossus was great. All CGI, and Colossus pretty much stole every scene he was in.
Dad?
Even Negasonic Teenage Warhead, which I thought was the dumbest name ever, and hearing Deadpool, that is the coolest name ever, was just... I was in shock because I thought he was going to insult her. But it broke the fourth wall in moments when it needed to break the fourth wall. You had the inner monologue. The story jumped back and forth and did it so much better than anything Tarantino's put out lately.
Yeah.
Because he's known for that. And Hateful Eight, I felt was a slap in the face.
I was a little nervous with Deadpool when, because all origin films, it's always like it's all like a make or break film with origin films. Batman Begins. You could either love it or sucks. I was a little worried about this one because not too many people really knew Deadpool, other than the brief cameo he had in the beginning of X-Men Origins, and I say in the beginning because that wasn't Deadpool at the end. That was just Ryan Reynolds with his mouth sewn shut. But I'm a little worried how they would handle the origin aspect of, how he got his powers and how he came to be. But I think they nailed it. And if you haven't seen this movie yet, what are you waiting for? When we're done, go out and see it.
And that's the thing. If you are trying to describe this movie,
You can't.
it's hard to describe, but the best way to describe it that I've found to get someone interested in, especially a woman who's not interested in comic book movies, would be to describe it as it's the perfect romance story. The fact it came out on Valentine's Day weekend was perfect because to describe the story boils down to you have a guy who falls in love with a girl and comes down with a terminal case of cancer who's willing to throw his life away by risking it on a procedure that will go and either kill him or cure him. That sounds like an Oscar-nominated movie. That sounds like something you would be like...
That sounds like something you would see DiCaprio in.
DiCaprio or the guy from The Notebook, Ryan Gosling. That's the kind of story you would think. And Ryan Reynolds, he pulled it off and then took it to a whole other end.
Because Reynolds gets some bad raps because he's only known for doing like the goofy movies, like Van Wilder. He's Green Lantern.
But he's done serious roles as well.
I saw him in the movie Safe House with Denzel, and yeah, he had a couple little good one-liners in there, but he totally broke out of character, and he was 100% serious. That movie that he was in, I believe it came out right before Green Lantern when he was kidnapped and buried alive. I can't remember the name of it, but just watching the trailers for it, I was like, oh shit, you believe this guy was buried alive. And he does just that well, convincing you I'm really in a grave underground, and that's what you need. You need a good balance of, okay, I have the acting skills, I have the comedy skills, and you gotta get it just right, and then you have Deadpool.
And I agree, but it wasn't just him, because the entire casting was great.
The entire cast was outstanding, but, you go there for Deadpool. You want to see how he portrays Deadpool. You know, the supporting cast is there to let you catch your breath. Once you caught your breath, they go back to Deadpool, and you're like...
And any parent who takes their children to see this movie...
What is wrong with you?
Now, I have nothing against taking a child to see this movie. But if you do, you're scarring your child, and you are going to have to explain a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And I really don't think you want to explain where he was keeping the ring. And that's the only bit I'm going to say because, frankly, you don't want to explain things. This is a movie where you will have to explain things to a child. Now, granted, they have access to the internet because you're watching this, but seriously, not for children.
Nope.
If you bring your child to this, someone should basically call up Child Protective Services on you because, no. Now, I have a recommendation scoring here because my chart is usually must see, recommend, travel, can miss, and avoid. Clearly, I'm going to say this is a must see. When it comes out on DVD, you have to buy it. If you don't buy it, your DVD collection or Blu-ray collection will never be complete. This is not something you just want to stream on Netflix. You want to buy it. Put it on your pre-order list, on your wish list, on Amazon. It's such a must-see. What's your recommendation, Mike?
Definitely must-see. Must-see, must-have. Go get the Blu-ray, two Blu-ray packs, special edition. Spend the extra $25. Get it. You will not be surprised. I'm holding out for the special edition to come out because this movie was hysterical with everything that was in it. I can't wait to see what they left out of it. And you know there will be bloopers.
Oh, and that's the beautiful thing because the running time is just short enough that they will be able to do so much and it's going to look so beautiful on Blu-ray. And I hate buying Blu-rays, but this is one that I will definitely be spending my money on to get this movie on Blu-ray. So, with that being said, I'm Daniel at the Fire in the Hell 03 channel, here with Mike Chavo from Hamster Pellet Productions. You can check out Mike's stuff. I'm going to have a link listed down below for the Hamster Pellet Productions YouTube channel, so you're going to want to sign up for that. You can check out his stuff. He's got a lot of cool comic book related stuff. One of the big things that he's done that I helped work on was the spider and the cat.
Cat and the Spider.
Cat and the Spider. So you've got that. You can check out my other rapid reviews. I'll have links down below. You can check out my Loot Crate unboxings, which will also be listed in the description below. We also have a movie that Mike and I worked on, Comic Book Jones the movie. Check that out. We get no money for it. It was a project that Mike wrote. I did the camera work for and the editing. It is definitely worth checking out. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Like this video, share, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to Hamster Pellet Productions. I'm Daniel, and this is
Mike.
And see you all next time. But remember, take care, everybody.